Hi, I'm Lorna. And if you've been working a traditional job your whole life, whether in healthcare or an office or anywhere in between, stepping into building your own business can feel like entering a whole new world. I know because I've made that shift myself. And I'll be honest, no one really prepared me for what that change actually felt like. Yes, the practical stuff mattered, but it's the emotional shift that caught me off guard. And that's what I want to walk you through today. So let's start with what we know. When you're an employee, you wait for direction. Someone else sets the schedule, hands you the plan, and tells you what success looks like. Then you trade your time for money. You show up, do your job, and get paid. It's simple, it's structured, and it's predictable. You now have a clear role. You're responsible for your task and not the big picture. And boundaries and policies and protocols usually defines your day. Then you're often motivated externally by deadlines, managers, performance review, and that steady paycheck. You then move up a predictable ladder through promotions, titles, or certifications so you can maintain security and increase your income. There's comfort in that. There's familiarity. And for many of us, that feels safe. But here's what no one tells you: being a business owner flips that whole model on its head. And as a business owner, you create the direction. There's no boss. You are the leader. Even on days when you feel lost, you earn based on value, not time. And you're building systems, content, and offers, things that keep working even when you're not clocked in. And as a startup, you wear all the hats. You're not just taking on one role, you are the visionary, the marketer, the strategist, the salesperson, the tech team, and customer support, all rolled into one. And you have to find your own motivation. No one's checking to see if you worked. There's no manager, no meetings, no shift change. You are the engine. And there's no ladder. There's no clear endpoint. Just growth, reinvention, and the next level of becoming. You have to be willing to face the next challenge, the next growth spurt, and the next mountain. Let me tell you this, that can feel freeing on one hand and completely overwhelming and even scary on the other. I remembered when I started, I had a vision, I had passion, and I was full of ideas. But suddenly I felt stuck. I had the information, but there were no deadlines. There was no accountability. There was no one but me. And that voice in my head kept whispering, Lorna, are you sure do you want to do this? That's when I realized this journey wasn't just about learning new skills or selling a product. It was becoming a new version of myself. Now let's talk about this part of becoming a business owner that people don't usually tell you. It can get personal. In a job, feedback is about the company. In your business, it's about you, your voice, your story, your ideas. And rejection, it doesn't just sting, it can feel like a rejection of you. And the freedom and flexibility you've craved can actually keep you stuck. With no boss, no clocking, no one checking your work, you might start spinning in circles, overthinking, procrastinating, doubting every move, and with the feeling of imposter syndrome creeping in. Since there's no one to motivate you but you have to learn how to make your mission your fuel. And on some days, you really have to dig deep. And then you're no longer paid for hours. You're now being paid for value. And that means unlearning guilt or discomfort around selling, receiving, and being paid for what you know. Here's what I want you to know for sure: you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next right step, and then the next, and then the next one after that. And you don't need permission. You need grace, especially from yourself. You don't have to keep thinking like an employee. you can now start thinking like the creator that you are. You have the power to build something that reflects you, your rhythm, your values, and your purpose. Now, if you're thinking of stepping into this world after 50, and even if you're considering this, know this: you're not starting over. You're not behind. You're not too late. You're simply stepping into a new role, one that asks for your courage, clarity, and maybe a little unlearning. But here's something powerful you will gain: ownership, purpose, and the chance to create something that's fully yours. So if today feels hard, that's okay. This discomfort, this uncertainty, it's no failure. It's the process of becoming. So don't let this shift scare you. Let it shape you, because your next chapter, it might just be your most impactful one yet. I'm Lorna, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way. I'll see you in the next video.